What is economic growth? It is merely a rise in production of goods and services in a country in a specific time period. When newspapers say that economic growth in India is slowing down, what exactly is it that we mean by this? This means that production is probably increasing in an economy, but the rise in production is not much. So the question now is, why is economic growth slowing down? You will find many arguments about this on the internet, but I want to give you a clean chain and sequence as to how economic growth is slowing down right now in India. The first major reason behind economic growth or degrowth is inflation. As inflation increases in an economy, producers of goods want to produce more so that they can take advantage of a rise in prices and make more profits. But if inflation goes out of hand, things become so expensive that people like you and me start consuming less. We start feeling the pinch of inflation on our pockets. Now we tell ourselves, it's too expensive, I'll buy it later. This situation ultimately starts forcing the producers to produce less because they can't sell enough. This is how inflation can pull economic growth down. This is how inflation is now hurting growth in India as well. The second major reason behind degrowth is international slowdown. When global economy slows down, countries start importing less. When they import less, we can export less. When we export less, our economic growth slows down. This is what is happening in India right now as well. We are not able to export as much due to global slowdown. Let's come to the third reason now. The third major reason behind degrowth that we are witnessing right now is slowing international investment. International investments play a major role in pushing an economy to higher growth when investors invest in different sectors. They push more production, more employment, and thus more consumption. But when their investments go down, all kinds of productions, employments, etc. start drying up. As investors are going back to developed countries like USA, the money in India is drying up. This has another outcome as well that I will discuss very shortly. With globalization, India is now so deeply ingrained with global economy that as soon as the integration starts breaking, Indian economy starts growing less. Another outcome of this that I wanted to discuss is unemployment. Ultimately, people like you and me are the backbone of every economy. When people cannot be productive, when people can't work, how will a country grow? As a country starts slowing down, suddenly employment starts increasing. If people have less money in their hands and less people have money in their hands, they will consume less. When they consume less, save less, ultimately the economy will only suffer. How will money circulate in the economy if money cannot change hands? Ultimately, it will end up in unproductive sectors. This brings me to my last point. A major reason behind slowdown in an economy is money getting stuck in unproductive sectors in the economy. Right now, a lot of money is heading towards unproductive sectors. Now, what are these unproductive sectors? Sectors like real estate, gold, financial markets where P/E ratio is going beyond control. All this money is not bringing in any major employment and no major production. When people can't earn, when people can't produce, when they can't consume, ultimately growth is going to go down. This is one major reason behind inflation in the economy and economic growth going down. I'm sure now you are more clear about falling economic growth and you will not have to bang your heads in newspapers to get to the core of why is economic growth falling down in India. If you want to write anything, mention anything, feel free to share it in the comment section below. I'll see you very soon. All the best. Jai Hind.